The first commitment of a small group host is to open your home for the group to meet. Now remember that some of the people who will be coming to your group have never met you personally, and there's others who are coming who've never been part of a small group before. So let's go over a few tips that will help you create a welcoming environment to keep people coming back. The first tip is simply this: remove distractions. You want people to be free to focus on the relationships and to focus on the discussion. So think about any possible distractions that might arise and take care of them in advance. Just common sense things like tidying up the area where people will be, making sure that the bathroom has a soap and is stocked with toilet paper. Put the pets out. Turn the TV off before people get there. Make sure the thermostat is set at a comfortable range. And since you'll be showing a video, be sure to test the technology in advance before people get there. Just think through those common sense kind of issues that might distract from the group and make sure you take care of them in advance. Now, the second tip is also very simple. It's just this: be friendly. It's your job to set a friendly, welcoming tone for the group. And so you're going to greet people personally as they come in the door. Get to know their name. Find out a little bit about them. Take a genuine interest in them. Ask safe, non-intrusive questions to get the ball rolling a little bit. Now, if you're an introvert, some of this doesn't come naturally. We want to encourage you to be intentional about setting that friendly environment. Now, if there's some people in the group that you already know, it's easy to want to stick with those people, but you can't do that. Branch out and connect with the people that you don't know and really take the initiative to introduce people to each other in the group. It's okay to spend some time at the beginning of the group just chatting and hanging out and catching up on the week. You don't have to jump in and start the discussion right away. Take time for those relationships and invite people to hang out a little bit after the discussion is done. Just hang out and connect with each other for a while. It's all about being friendly. Now, along those same lines, our third tip is we encourage you to provide refreshments. Having a few basic food or drink items helps people relax. For some reason, it makes it easier for people to connect with each other. Now, it doesn't have to be some big elaborate spread. Don't spend a lot of money. Keep it simple. You might want to include some healthy options for people as well. But providing refreshments helps to create a welcoming environment. Now, the next tip is we want to encourage you to set simple ground rules for your group. It's very likely that your group will contain some people who don't know each other. And so in order to help them feel at ease and to feel safe in this group of strangers, I encourage you to set 2 basic ground rules. And you can talk about these the first time you sit down, the first week before you show the video. You can go over these 2 ground rules. The first one is confidentiality. Nothing that's shared in the group is ever repeated outside the group. Whatever's said in the group stays in the group. That will help people feel safe, emotionally safe with what they share. And the second ground rule is non-judgmental acceptance. Now, you know and I know that people can say some pretty dumb things. But whatever people share, whatever they say in the group, we're going to receive that without condemnation. Because a number of people are taking a pretty big risk just to show up in your group in the first place. And they're taking a big risk to share something in the group, and we're not going to shut them down and scare them away by how we respond to what they say. And so if there is a disagreement or if there is something that's weird that's said by somebody, we're just going to accept that gently and graciously. And again, you can go over these 2 ground rules the first time you sit down before you show that first video in week number 1. Now, here's what it boils down to. If you want to succeed as a small group host, just keep it basic. The simpler you keep the group, the easier it will be for people to relax and enjoy it, and the easier it will be for you to host the group. And so here's the basic schedule. There's just 3 things. Number 1, you're going to welcome people and chat for a little while over refreshments. Number 2, you're going to sit down together, show the video, and have the discussion. And that's what we'll talk about in the third element of our training series in a moment. And then number 3, you're going to dismiss the group and invite people to hang out for a little bit if they want to. That's it. It's not complicated. That's all there is to it. And if you add any other elements of that, those are unnecessary and probably unhelpful. And so just keep it basic. That's going to help you succeed as a host. That's going to help the people coming to group to have a great experience in your small group.